everybody. Welcome into another episode of IMHO. I'm Kelcey, that's Lang, and every week on Grind City Media, we give you our opinions on stuff. So earlier this week, Lang, Donovan Mitchell went bananas, scored 71 points. I felt like we were watching a piece of history. It was like the most points ever scored since Kobe dropped. Well, we're going to get to it. Yeah. But he had an 81-point game. There's
been a lot of dudes going crazy.
There's been a lot of really impressive games this year. So why not give our opinions on some of our best? I got top 3 of my favorite, craziest single game performances. You want to start?
I'll start. My number 3 is from 1995.
Okay.
Dana Barros, 5'10"-ish, small little guard. Played for the Heat. Played for a lot of teams. Celtics for a long time. Averaged 10 points a game. Scored 50 points in a game. In 1995, went 21 for 26 from the field. Didn't make a ton of threes. Like nowadays, that's kind of normal. But I love it when just kind of like a regular player goes off and has a crazy game. So that's my number 3.
I like that one a lot. You said it's normal, and I was thinking didn't CJ McCollum last week have 11 threes? And we're like, Okay, my number. I'm just going to start with this one because I already kind of mentioned it. It was the Kobe Bryant game back in 2006. I watched this game in sadness.
Because it was against the Raptors.
Because it was against the Toronto Raptors. He had 81 points. 55 of those points came in the second half. 55 points, period, in a whole game is you had a really great game. 55 in one half is depressing. Unless you're cheering for that side.
Yeah.
Looking back, it was a little piece of history as well. Unreal. Amazing game. It brings back a little heartbreak, but
I
shout
think
out
Donovan
Kobe.
Mitchell only had 5 points until halfway through the second quarter of that
is that not
game. Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy.
Just goes nuts. I have one. It's not as many points, but I had to put a Wilt Chamberlain game on here. We know he had the 100-point game, but how about this game? He had 42 points, 30 rebounds, 10 assists. He went 18 of 18 from the field. He also had a game where he had 55 rebounds at another point in his career.
Excuse me?
He had 100 points in a game. Wilt would kind of, from what I've read, from talking to guys who were around back then, he would kind of amuse himself for the season by deciding, I want to lead the league in points this year, or I want to lead the league in rebounds this year, or I want to lead the league in assists this year, and try to make the game a little more challenging.
We are not the same.
Yeah.
That is unrelatable.
So anyway, Wilt had a 42, 30, 10 game, and he was 18 of 18 from the field.
Disgusting. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 2. These aren't really in order, so I'm just kind of picking and choosing. The 2000s finals. Shaquille O'Neal, 43 points, 19 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks. I think it was the start of the series against the Pacers. I think. I wouldn't quote me on that, but I think. I just feel like I could pick a lot of games. This is the same as well. I could pick a lot of games from Shaq in his prime, where he was just insane on offense, insane on the rebounds, just a crazy dominant player. That's just the first one that kind of popped into my mind.
My number 1 was from 1994, regular season game, the last game of the regular season actually, and it involved Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq was in his I think second year. He was on the Magic, and he was about to win the scoring title. And David Robinson decided, I want to win that scoring title. He was 0.5 points, I believe, behind Shaq. And the last game of the season, David Robinson scored 71 points and won the scoring title. Finished the year averaging 29.8 points per game. Nowadays, if somebody did that, I can already see all the hot takes about, this guy values his own stats over teams, whatever. It was the last game of the year. Who cares?
Wait, that was his teammate, or the guy on the other team?
I'm saying now he passed Shaq on another team. But nowadays, if any player did that, clearly going for their own stats, they would probably get vilified for it in social media. But to me, that was pretty ridiculous. You have to score a certain amount of points. You score 71 freaking points in the last game of the year and win the scoring title.
That's the dog in him right there.
Yeah.
Never give up. Okay, my final one. We went this whole time without a Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
I'm going Michael Jordan.
Let's do it.
Game 6, 1998, the famous push-off game winner jumper. It's what? I think that was 40.
John Roser was upset.
Yeah, sorry, everyone. Back-to-back 45-point games. And I think just the magnitude of the pressure behind that to have 2 unreal games back-to-back and then the game winner. Could I see?
On the road. Yeah, amazing.
Crazy. Anyway, so we went all old school, didn't we? We went all old school crazy games.
We're probably going to see more of these like the rest of this season. Like it's just the league with the way guys are shooting threes, the way offenses are run, like the tempo of games, all this stuff. Like we're going to see another one of these games here soon where somebody goes nuts and scores 60, 70 points, I think.
Yeah. Dawn started this one for us. We want to know who you guys have, like who are the craziest ones in recent years. I know Antetokounmpo had a crazy game in the playoffs a couple years ago.
Yeah, 50 in the finals, right?
Hey, playoffs. It was the finals. Yeah. All right, let us know. We want to know some crazy performances right down here somewhere. And we'll see you guys next week on IMHO.